to Houston Real Estate Radio. I'm Shanna Register, and I am here in the studio with Christy Stratton. She is the Chief Marketing Strategist for RREA Media. RREA Media is a full-service video production company. It's part of Register Real Estate Advisors, or RREA, our real estate brokerage. And we started this company as part of our real estate brokerage to help sellers showcase their homes for sale down in the downturn of the economy. It was taking longer for sellers to sell their homes. And so this is something that we started doing to showcase those homes and really get them found online. And we've since grown REA Media to sell houses for builders and showcase commercial properties and help small businesses to grow with video, because it is such a huge online opportunity that works so well for them. Video is, of course, the richest form of online communication. And the beauty of it is you can load it up with keywords and it can be found for years online. And that's something that a lot of people, I don't think there are a lot of people who understand or get that, or more people would be using it. So welcome to the show, Christy. I want to hear from you because I know that you have been in video for a long time and you highly recommend it to people.
Absolutely. Thank you, Shannon. I'm glad to be on the show. And, video it's been a long time coming, and a lot of people, a lot of builders, a lot of developers, a lot of just businesses are finally kind of getting it now, how important and how rich that media is. Buyers want to connect with brands and products, and they get to see that real person talking to them on video.
Yeah, I think it's an important discussion to have, because a lot of people are still concerned. They know they need to do it, and they don't know where to get started.
Yeah.
And for sellers, it's really important that you make sure that house is out there and it can be found, because you don't want your house sitting on the market for a long time for sale.
Absolutely. It's really a very affordable medium as well, and people don't understand that. I think a lot of people try to do a lot of the work on their own, and they might find themselves like a little bit overwhelmed with it.
And you can spend a fortune on just the equipment.
Yeah.
And then you have to learn how to use it all, put it together, and then you get this shaky video that consumers won't connect with.
Yeah, absolutely. And I try to share with everyone that's 3-foot rule around me is, and I just heard this at the International Builders Show, and a well-known agency out of Austin, Texas was talking about it at a class, and it was, if you're going to do video, and you should do video, do it right. Because in fact, it can hurt your brand if you don't do it right. And so there are folks out there that can help you with that. And it's a lot more economical than you think.
And you don't want to damage your brand. And I think that for realtors, I think that's one of the things that I see in the real estate industry is realtors doing videos. And you can, even if you can perfect the video of it, the audio is terrible. Yeah. And you have to have good audio to go with the video.
Yeah, it's about evoking that emotion. And I mean, video needs to be something that is that you can connect with and you feel like it's real, as opposed to, I say, TV produced, if you will. It's still good quality, but when you're moving down to more of like the flip phone, if you will, going back to those days, produced, that can hurt the experience of the video. And one of the things that's a challenge that I see in the real estate industry is so many folks trying to do this on their own, as we're talking about, and being promoted to do it on their, told to do it on their own. Yeah. Agents, realtors, builders, they do what they do best, which is build or sell homes, right? Right. And to try to do that amongst all the other things they do, they need to find experts that can do that for them. And again, I'll say this over and over and again, a lot more affordable than you would think. So
YouTube is the largest search engine in the world, and it's owned by the largest search engine, and Google loves videos.
Yes.
That's so important.
It's so important to be found. I mean, that's where we look today for information. Back in the day, we looked the encyclopedia. Now today, where do you go anywhere to find anything is the internet. And so you just, before you had to have, just certain types of words. And now you just type in, find homes in Houston, and boom, up pops our REA Media. But, with that said, it's so important to be found out there. People are looking on the internet, and you have to have somebody that is knowledgeable about doing that as well. We have an example of a client who has a social media company that works with him, a custom home builder, and we did a 3-part video series with them. And literally in 1 month, his SEO, the search engine optimization, and being found, if you will, in easier terms, increased by 53% in 1 month. So it really sets him apart, not to mention connecting with his buyers, his referrals,
right,
existing customers, and educating his customer.
And we know that consumers start looking online before they look anywhere else. Before
Absolutely.
they go see a builder, before they look for a realtor, they look online.
Yeah.
So it's so important.
Yeah.
It's so important to be found. And there's so much information out there for consumers to find. You want them to find the video so they can connect to it instead of just tons of text. And, I just think it's so important. Builders, I want to talk about builders for a minute, because builders right now are building model homes as quick as they can, and they're selling so fast.
Light speed.
They're gone. I mean, they're gone so fast. There's just such a shortage of inventory. And I think if every builder out there would, instead of having just floor plans to give to people to choose, if they would video those houses when they build them and then give that consumer the video with the floor plan, then a consumer can visualize that house. They can feel the flow of that house, and they've got the floor plan in front of them. They can I think they'd sell more houses. What do you think?
Absolutely. And I know that's even a little concern right now because of the shortage, but they can sell out in front of them. Back, I don't know, what it was, 5 to 10 years ago, before video became as popular as it is now and even available and affordable, a lot of builders were doing the architectural renderings and things like that. And it would take forever because you'd have plan changes. Well, now once they get a model built, it's great to go in and capture the experience of that model, because most builders build the same, model in and around the city in different locations. So you've got that has a quote unquote, from media terms, a shelf life of years, potentially.
And when I go show buyers homes, and the representative there for the builder will say, well, you can go over to this community and see this house, and you can go to that community and see that house. If they had those videos, we would do it all right there in one appointment. We wouldn't have to drive all over town to see these different homes.
Absolutely. It's convenient for the buyer. And think about this, with the number of relocations coming into Houston, you send that as a salesperson for a builder or a realtor. I work with a lot of realtors even to help them understand, leverage the videos that are out there that builders are developing for you. Send that across the pond and let them get to feel and sense what that house is.
I think that's so important, what you do with video, because you don't just go out and shoot the videos. For
It has to be found.
It has to be found. Tell us, how do people, once they, let's say a small business, for example, once they have that video, then what do they do with it? What's important to do with it?
Well, first thing, we need to assess what tools they may or may not have. Some companies do have some social media platforms in place, and so we want to leverage off of that. And the great thing about videos, it can be put everywhere. One of the most important things is we provide all of our clients a QR code, and then helping them understand where to put that QR code. Whether that be on all of their mediums, their inventory list, their website, it needs to be everywhere, and it can be everywhere.
I love that you help people strategize and tell their story of the house or the product, because that's so important. We're not just with REA Media, it's not just a video company where you go out and you take footage and put it together. You really get the story from the builder, the developer, whoever it is, and tell their story of their product.
Right, absolutely. And content marketing is the key and buzzword, and it's really capturing what the difference is for that particular builder or developer or whatever business it is, and then telling that story where it's understandable. And buyers look for what's in it for me, so we tell that story from from that strategy standpoint. We, also what's very important with video is producing that quality production. And we work with the client to do that. It's kind of a partnership, if you will. Matter of fact, we like to call ourselves your video marketing partner.
All right. If you would like your home showcase for sale by a realtor because you want to sell it this spring, you can call RREA at 281-288-3500 and talk to any of our realtors around the city of Houston. And if you've got a company or your builder developer and you want help with that, you can get in touch with Christy Stratton by calling us 281-288-3500 at RREA Media. And Christy, what's the website so they can find out more about you and what you do here?
Absolutely. And you'll love it. It's RREA Media, and you can check out our portfolio and how we work with you.
All right, RREAmedia.com. All right, you're listening to Houston Real Estate Radio. If you've got a real estate question, you can call us 281-882-8088. We'll be happy to air your questions on the air and answer them right here on the air. If you missed any of today's show, go to HoustonRealEstateRadio.com. We have links to all of our sponsors as well. We'll see you next Sunday. Thanks for listening to Houston Real Estate Radio.